All right, guys, I'm going to call this update 1.5 because I didn't really do enough really to like constitute a whole nother like 20-minute part 2 that I'm hoping that comes out. But at the same time, what's kind of messed me up this week is you remember I was gone all last week on vacation, so this week I've kind of jumped back into Destiny a little bit. Well, Destiny 2 to be more specific. So that has been taking up a lot of my time, kind of grinding that out and messing with that and getting ready for the raid that starts this week. So I've kind of been neglecting Planet Coaster just a little bit, but one of the reasons I wanted to jump in here, especially before I get too deep into this, is to show you guys that I have kind of like a billboard type. I have an affinity for billboards and a slight billboard addiction and problem. And my name is Sdanwolf, and I have a billboard addiction. And so what I did was I have come in here and totally covered over the water in Discovery Bay, and I think this texture I picked out works really good. It's got a really bright blue tropical kind of pop to it, and that is kind of what the feeling I kind of wanted to brighten up Discovery Bay, because even though a lot of the concept art shows it is kind of dark and all that, I think this just really highlights the tropical kind of Pirate Bay type feel. And really it's kind of too late to go back, because okay, you see the water how it is now, and let me just go in here, and if I start deleting a bunch of these, okay, see how it's just, I mean, it's okay, but it is definitely not the same. It doesn't have that kind of Disney pristine, really popping type popping type theme that I really want to go for. So that is kind of my thought process on this. I kind of wanted to get your guys' feedback, and I'm sure you guys are going to end up liking the way this water looks. But like I said, before I get too deep into it, wanted to jump in with this 1.5 and just kind of show you what's going on. And you can see when I back out, I haven't really done much other than test out this test out the different water, and did a lot of different variations. Even used the same texture from the Mermaid Lagoon. It just didn't kind of look right, and I thought that would be it would kind of take away from Mermaid Lagoon if I just brought that same texture over here, and I feel it would be overused. So other than that, right here got the Aeronauts ride. Actually, you can make out in the concept art for Discovery Bay, it appears to be there's a big tower right here, which would look cool, but the only thing is you don't really see a whole bunch of rides either in the concept art in some of the models that I've been looking at. And with this, actually, me wanting to make this a park, I needed some places like this to add some flat rides and just get some rides going. So that's kind of, that took the place of the tower right there. Not saying there won't be a tower. I mean, obviously I've got a lot of room for it. So we'll just kind of have to see how that goes. I just changed a couple things up, like in the actual artwork, it doesn't look like you see right here. I've got the tie down straps for Hyperion, and in my build I've done 3, when I believe in the model pics I've been looking at, there's only like 2 big cords that are kind of holding it down in there. So just a couple little changes. Like I said last time, did a little Street Fox coffee here on the corner, and really need to probably start actually over here in the sketches and in the concept art. There's more buildings on this little path that runs through here. And the only other thing I wanted to show you guys in 1.5 is I definitely have to get your feedback on this, because one of the big points that you see in the models and the sketches on Discovery Bay is the big ship. You definitely see a big galleon, a big galleon in the sketches. But the only thing is, even using this or the Flying Dutchman, I mean, it is quite massive setting there. So I don't know if I will end up going with a boat right there, or you know, this particular boat, the in-game boat, or if I will have to try to come up with a scaled down version of the galleon, because it really, the boat right there is so big. It just really, it sucks up so much presence here in the bay that it kind of takes your eye off of the hangar and the coffee shop, and see how now it's kind of like your eye fixes on more things. Like this, you're looking at the little tables in the coffee shop and Hyperion and the hangar, train, the flat ride, the water. Whereas if you've got the big ship, it's a little bit too much. There's too much going on. So I might have to retool that a little bit. I even thought about maybe having it actually on, if I could bring the water out a little bit, maybe putting it on this side of the coffee shop. I thought maybe even that is not so intense and just like out there in your eyes. So, you know, I thought maybe that'll work. Have the coffee shop out here like on its own little peninsula in its little boardwalk area here, and maybe just have the galleon just kind of over here on a little anchor, and have it tethered to some more buildings. But because that is really like on almost every piece of concept art that I've seen, that ship is involved. So if we're going to do a real, you know, if we're going to do a Discovery Bay, we need to, you've got to find a place for the galleon. It's a must. And I was thinking the way out, the good trick would be to, instead of like in the concept art on this side of the shop with the blue roof, which we're not sure if it's a coffee shop or not, but it definitely has a blue roof. But the galleon, put the galleon on the other side over here, and that may work, because it lets you still take in the hangar and the sight line. So, you know, we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm going to jump on out of here. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the water texture, what you think of the ship, and just what you think of the whole layout so far. It's such an important piece to actually, you know, Discovery Bay, that I've kind of got it out of the way now. Hyperion is built. I haven't scrapped it, and I think it looks great. So now we just kind of have to pan out and see what else we can get going with the small amount of material that we have to go by. So I'll definitely have to end up putting my own spin on it. But we're trying to keep true to the actual Discovery Bay, you know, that whole theme and that whole tone. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'm Sdanwolf. Give me a thumbs up if you end up enjoying this video, and subscribe for more Discovery Bay and Planet Coaster content. And yes, I will catch you in my next video. Thank you. See you.
Hey, hey, yo, I'm so far out of sight.